Wait till we get live on all of the channels. Man, we live on Facebook. Man, we live on YouTube. Black Russian says, good afternoon. I'm making an announcement in just a moment. I want to give everybody an opportunity, the few who want to get in here, give you guys an opportunity to get in. But good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Black Russian. Good afternoon, Anthony. Good afternoon. I'm going to tell you guys in, let's call it 5 minutes. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, everybody who's going to be here is going to be here. Maybe. So let's give it 5 minutes. Let's give it 5 minutes. But I will, like, it's no big, well, there is some sort of breaking news, but this is just a simple, the afternoon experiment in about 10 minutes will only be live on the afternoon experiment channels. The afternoon experiment in about 10 minutes. Let's call it 3:30. Give people till 3:30. At 3:30, the personal afternoon experiment, the personal Emanuel Livingston page will not be broadcasting the afternoon experiment. The personal Emanuel Livingston YouTube page will not be broadcasting the afternoon experiment. So we're calling it at around 3:30. Around 3:30. So if you are watching this on Emanuel Livingston's page, go to the afternoon experiment page. Because at around 3:30, that's the only page that it'll be broadcasting live on. All right? So if you are watching this on Emanuel Livingston's personal page, go to the afternoon experiment page. All right? Because that's where it'll be. Now, I'll announce that a few more times as we go along, but at 3:30, that's the way it's going down. There's a reason for it. David says, is this live? No, it's not. It's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. It's recorded. And the recording was jumping for a minute. I fixed it. But no, it's not live. This is a recording. All right. If this is your first time joining, welcome. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. My title is the King of Talk. And man, it's been a long, tough week. It's been a long, tough week. I just been super busy, but I finally got that. I didn't even mention this on air because it happened between my last time on air and now. I went, Saturday, I told you guys that there was a block party in Roseline. And I was there participating in the block party. It was a nice event, a nice turnout too. And I heard the organizer talking to the vendors, and like the vendors were exceptionally happy. How did you do? And a lot of them was like, I sold out. I was completely sold out of stuff that I bought. Stuff that I brought. So that was good. You can't beat that. And everybody seemed to have a really good time. Well, I had a good time. But on Friday, when I went, because I was doing the sound. So when I went to pick up the generators, I rented generators from a tool rental company. Put them in the car. They were really heavy. So it took like 3 people to get them into the car. Got them into the car. One of the guys said something like, just be careful as we were putting it in, when I was closing the trunk. Be careful. You don't want that glass to hit that generator. It'll shatter. Got it all in. I'm driving. And the way that they had put the generators, they were kind of lined up, from front to back in the car. And something in my head said, yo, dude, you might want to turn that generator in the back to the side. Because if that thing roll backwards, it's going to bust your window. Well, as I'm driving the car, thinking or saying this, I'm not 100% sure if I was saying it out loud or if I was just thinking it. I'm pretty sure I was saying it out loud because I talk to myself sometimes out loud. And sometimes I answer. But I stopped at the light, said, okay, I'm going to pull over right here to turn it to the side. Went to, hit the accelerator really slow. As soon as I hit the accelerator, it rolled backwards and shattered the back window. Oh my goodness. I was so mad at me. I couldn't be mad at nobody else. I was mad at me because I knew it was going to happen. I kind of think I might have even jinxed myself. But so, yeah, I had to put plastic and all that stuff. Went to the event. Everything was good. I was getting estimates for the back glass, like 500, 600. I think I had one that was like 480. I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be terrible. I said, I'm going to make one more phone call. And then I guess I'm going with the 480. I made one more phone call. The dude said 3:15. I said, what time can I be there? He said, oh, we got to order the glass. We got to order the glass. So it won't be here until Tuesday. I said, Tuesday works. Tuesday works. I said, what time you open? He said, we open at 8. I said, I'll be there at 8. He said, why don't we call it 8:30? Just to be on the safe side. I said, you can call it 8:30 if you want to be on the safe side. I'll be there at 8. Put me down for 8:30. Come around 8:15. Come around 8:15, I pull up. He see me pull up. He's like, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm here to get my back glass replaced. And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, that's a Honda Pilot. I said, yeah, that's what I told you, Honda Pilot. He said, I have no idea who you are. I got back glass for a Honda Accord. I said, then you messed up the order. He said, let me look. He go in, he look. He say, I don't have a appointment scheduled for you. What are you talking about? We go back and forth a little bit. He said, okay, what's your name? I think, how do you know you don't have an appointment scheduled for me if you don't even know my name? But I ain't gonna argue. I say, Emanuel Livingston. He says, that name sounds familiar. I say, it's because I talked to you on Friday, or was it Saturday? I talked to you on Saturday. Made an appointment. He say, I don't have an appointment. He type it in. He said, well, I see your name there. He says, I gave you a quote. I said, yes. And I said, yes. And we made an appointment. He said, I don't know about that. I say, look, 2011 Honda Pilot. He said, I see the quote. And he go in and he do some more clicking, click, 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 click. He says, oh, I see where I ordered the glass. Let me go look in the back. Come back. The glass is not there. So I don't know what happened. He says, but I must have made an appointment with you. Otherwise, I would not have ordered the glass. He says, and if I made an appointment, that means the system did something wrong. I say, I don't care. As long as I get my glass. I just need that put in. He says, well, hold on. Let me make a phone call. He called a company. Called a glass company. They say, well, we never got an order. He says, but my system says that I ordered it. He says, well, we didn't get it. Okay, whatever. He says, well, what time can you get it here? They say, we can get it here about 1:30. He says, all right. He looks at me and he says, they can get it here at 1:30. I say, 1:30 today is fine. He said, well, let's just call it 3:30. I say, if it's coming at 1:30, why are we calling it 3:30? It's just to be on the safe side. I say, all right, cool. That's why I wasn't here yesterday. So I go out there. I get there about 3 o'clock. He says, the glass didn't get delivered. I'm like, what? Some other guy comes out, they look in the back, they say, oh, okay, we got the glass. I say, cool. We'll take your car in there, we'll get it ready, we'll get going. I say, cool. Then they come back, they're like, oh, that's the wrong glass. They didn't say that to me. I could hear them talking through the office. That's the wrong glass. It's not the right Pilot. That Pilot has flat glass. This is rounded, blah, blah, blah. So then he gets on the phone with his manager, supervisor, whatever the case, and he's talking to him. And he's like, look, I got to do something to make this right. He says, he came in this morning and, our system flaked out on us. And so I didn't have him in the system to do the order. And of course, we didn't have the glass. He said, so then I told him to come back this evening or this afternoon. Said he's sitting out there. Now we got the wrong glass. I got to do something to make this right. About that time, another dude comes out and he says, hey, we got an order coming in. Truck coming in. My glass is in that order. They delivering it late. He says, oh, well, we all good now. He says, but for your troubles, I'm only going to charge you $225. I said, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. He says, all right. So they put my glass in, and I think I got out of there at about 4:30. So, yeah, I was happy. So that was the whole saga with the glass, and I'm so glad that saga is over, and there'll be another saga because I got to get the front glass taken care of. Y'all know how that go. Y'all, when I was doing the driving and y'all was all cracking on the crack in my glass. So I got to get that taken care of too. So I asked him about that and he said, because of all of the trouble that we gave you with this, I'm going to give you a good discount on that glass. I'm not going to tell you the price that he's going to charge me for it, but I'm getting a good discount. I already got quotes on that one. He's giving me a good price. So maybe one day next week, I'll have new glass in the front too. So, hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. All right, let me say all my good afternoons. Good afternoon, Black Russian. My voice is still not back. It's already leaving on me. And what, it's been like 10 minutes? I don't know what the deal is with this. Anthony, good afternoon. Brent Beard, good afternoon, sir. He's checking in from Dallas. Sabrina Livingston, good afternoon. We got Tria in the house. Good afternoon from Columbia Township. David, good afternoon. Myosha says, rest in peace to the great Tina Turner. Yeah, I heard she passed away. So rest in peace to Tina Turner. Oh, let me get a drink. There's nothing in there. My voice is just shot. It'll probably be another month or two before it come back fully. Brenda, hello, Brenda. She's checking us out from Fairfield. We got Andrea checking us out from downtown. LaDonna in the house from East Price Hill. Karen Dye Williams in the house from Dater Montessori. Y'all not out of school yet? I've been to 2 graduations this week. I went to one last night, and the little baby graduated from preschool. Still graduation. Yeah. Today, I figured y'all would be out of there. Let me see. Got Hater in the house. She's not really a hater. I don't know why I call her a hater. I don't know why I like messing with her. I don't think I've ever met Shahara personally. She seems like a lovely woman, and I don't know why I like picking with Shahara. I think because she was hating on me one day on Lincoln Ware's show, and because of that, the stuff she was saying I think was kind of funny, and I always like it when people kind of pick on me and it's kind of funny. Like it ain't really mean-spirited, but it's, kind of funny, and I think that's what happened. But Shahara, I am here. She's checking in from Mason in the office. Scott says good afternoon from New Orleans. All right. If you're in New Orleans, you know them beignets that they have. Ain't that what they call it? The little donut thing, them beignets. Don't eat them. They nasty, bro. They nasty. They don't even it ain't even like a glazed donut type of sweet. It's nasty. Don't waste your time. Find a good donut shop, beignet. And somebody had me all excited first time I went to New Orleans. Like, ooh, I got to get a beignet. Because, they know me. Like, oh, you like sweets? I'm like, yeah, I like sweets. Oh, you going to love you some beignets. Oh, boy, you get them hot. And I was like, all right. And I went to the spot. I don't remember the name of the spot. They told me this is the spot for the beignets, whatever. I don't remember the name of it. If somebody say it, I'll be able to tell you if that was what it was. But, man, I went in there. I was excited. I ordered a lot of them, too. It's like, this is just like, it's like a donut with nothing on it, and the donut itself ain't even sweet. So it ain't even like a cake donut. It's like almost like a biscuit. I was like, now I gotta eat all these daggone beignets. I wasn't gonna throw them away. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat them. But I had to suffer through it. So just take my word. Don't mess with them daggone beignets. Let me see. Anthony says, get a small used pickup truck. I have access to a pickup truck, but sometimes, I'm just doing things on the spur of the moment. So that was what happened with that. Andrea from downtown. Got Janice. Janice telling us also Tina Turner passed away, age 83. Thank you. Rest in peace. Got McConnell in the house. What's up, McConnell? Boy, his voice, it just sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. Jason says hello. Randall says he recognized the name because you the king of talk. No, he recognized the name because we had talked and made an appointment. That's why he recognized. That name sounds familiar. Yeah, because you talked to me and we made an appointment. You asked me, how do you spell that, just so I get to spell it right? That's how. We got Tina in the house. Tina, Regina in the house. Good afternoon. Black Lion in the house. All right. Got Diane in the house. All right. It is not COVID. I actually got tested for COVID because the other job, when I got sick, he was like, look, some elderly people here. I don't want to take no chances. Go get tested for COVID. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. Just go get tested. So I went to, the little clinic in Kroger. And they did the test and the whole nine. He was like, nope, you ain't got no COVID. I was like, all right, I knew I didn't. We got Vincent in the house. Vincent in the house from Mason. All right. Let me see. Nah, I didn't go to Safe Light. I went to, one of them kind of, it ain't like, I figured if you kind of go to one of the big places, they know what they get enough business. So they be like, this is our price. If you don't like it, get to stepping. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no negotiating, no nothing. You go to some of the smaller places, they can play around with price a little bit. They would charge you a little less on the labor. They can do that type of stuff. And when I told him I had two windshields that I need replaced, oh, he was happy because he knew I was going to, give him that business. Let's see. Cindy told me to get some moonshine. I don't mess with that alcohol. I'm glad you're getting that glass replaced after you broke it. I hope you didn't tell them that you the one who broke it. Yeah, I paid for it, straight cash out of my pocket. My deductible is $500. So it kind of didn't make sense. I called the insurance company and they were like, you have a $500 deductible. Like, I've seen this glass for $530. So you'd end up paying $500 and the insurance company would end up paying $30. And then, you'd still have made a claim and, your rates might go up. So you might just be better off just paying for it yourself. So that's what I did. What are the qualifications for a preschool graduation? Be there long enough till they say, hey, you too old. You got to get out of here. That's like it. That's it. That's an accomplishment. The kids getting kicked out of preschool. I got a few people agree about the beignets. Just nasty. I was not crying at the graduation. It's not a real graduation. I mean, I love the little baby. They had him do a couple songs and everything. She won the Future President Award. The teacher was like, she's such a leader. And she does something and then everybody else does it. And people are doing something. She tells them to stop and they stop. People listen to her. I'm telling you, she's gonna lead this country one day. And I'm like, I hope not. But they gave him some awards. They did some dances to some songs. That was it. And then refreshments. It's really the only good part about the preschool graduation. It's the refreshments. Myosha agrees beignets are nasty. You put someone's child in college that year, didn't you? I'm not sure what that means, Anthony. What did I say? Diane, instead of a beignet, would rather have a funnel cake. Yeah. Shahara says, you obviously didn't get them from the right place. They're delicious. They are not. They are not. And stop telling people that. Stop telling people that. They are not delicious. Cindy says, put powdered sugar on them. I did put powdered sugar on them. But you put powdered sugar on the daggone Bisquick biscuit, it's still a Bisquick biscuit with some powdered sugar on it. That don't make it good. They're not good. Stop telling people that. Scott says he'll try one. Thanks for the advice. All right. Just know I warned you. I warned you. I mean, you're going to have to choke it down. You're going to be like, dang, I should have listened to Emanuel. Angela, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Brent says, if you still had the vet like play in house party, your back glass wouldn't have got broken out. Yeah, but them daggone generators wouldn't have fit in there either. Let me see. Oh, again, let me tell y'all, in about 2 minutes, the Emanuel Livingston page, the afternoon experiment on Emanuel Livingston's page is going away. It's going away. You're going to have to go, if you're on Facebook, go to the afternoon experiment page. Just type in the afternoon experiment. It should pop up. Maybe it won't, but search for it. It'll be there. You'll see the little logo and you go to that page and then I'll be live there. If you are on the Emanuel Livingston YouTube page, look for the afternoon experiment with Emanuel Livingston page. Both of them pages is going away in about a minute and a half. Well, the live broadcast will stop. Go to the afternoon experiment. The afternoon experiment. Nate wants to know why. Don't worry about why. Don't worry about why. It's not that important to you. Pamela says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pamela. Terrence says, Grand Rising. I don't know what you're talking about. If that's the place I was supposed to go, I don't think that's the place. What? They were called beignets, right? I believe so. It's been a minute since I've been in New Orleans. I believe it was called beignets. I didn't have an amazing time in New Orleans. Like, I didn't have a bad time. But everybody, oh, New Orleans is so this. Oh, New Orleans is so that. It was just all right. It was just all right. The food was all right. The experience was all right. It was just all right. It wasn't bad, but it was just all right. Dwayne says, good afternoon from Mount Airy. Cindy says, I'll throw a donut away if the donut isn't sweet. You would not like no beignets, I'm telling you. Anthony says, I'll go over there kicking and screaming, E. All right. All right, well, y'all might as well go on over there now because we're about to go away on the personal pages. The personal pages, The live stream is about to go away. So go to the afternoon experiment pages. That's where you go. There's a reason why I'm doing it. It's not important to you. Trust me. But that's where you go. That's where you go. So see you later on the personal pages. All right. There we go, off of Facebook.